Hello students, as you know that we are revising chapter number 8, that is body movements. So what topics have we covered in our last session? In our last session we have studied how snail, cockroaches and birds move from one place to another. First we have studied about snail. So how does the snail moves? Snail move very slowly and in wavy motion. The rounded structure that we observe on the snail's back is known as the shell. It is the outer skeleton, but it is not made up of bones. The foot of the snail is a thick structure which is made up of strong muscles. After snail, we have studied the movement of cockroaches. We can observe that cockroaches are able to walk, climb and even fly. The body of the cockroach consists of 3 pairs of legs, which helps them in walking. The body of the cockroach is made up of hard outer skeleton. And also the cockroaches consist of 2 pairs of wings which are attached behind their head. The cockroaches also have the distinct muscles present in the body. The muscles that are present near the legs helps them in walking. And the body muscles moves the wings which helps the cockroaches to fly. Then we have studied about birds. How birds can move from one place to another. We all know that birds can fly in the sky and they are able to walk on the ground also. But how is it possible for the birds to fly in the air? It is because their body is well suited for flying. Their bones are hollow and light in weight. The bones of the hind limbs are used for walking and perching, and the bones of the forelimbs are modified into wings, which helps them to fly. So, I hope all the topics that we studied in our last session are understood to you. Today, we will study the movement of the fish, how fish can swim in water, and also how the snake move. Now let us first study about the fish, how the fishes are able to swim in water. Do you remember while studying the movement of the fish, we have also studied one activity? In that activity, the paper boat was used. What was done? The paper boat was put in the water. First, we have to push the boat with the narrow end pointing in the forward direction. At that time, we can observe that boat can move easily in the water. Now, hold the boat in the sideways and try to push the boat from the broader side. What you will observe that the boat will not move easily in the water when the boat is pushed in the water from the broad side. The shape of the boat is somewhat similar to the shape of the fish. The head and the tail of the fish are smaller than the middle portion of the body. You might have noticed the fish, the head and the tail of the fish are smaller than the middle portion of the fish body. That is, the body tapers at both the ends. This body shape is called as a streamlined body. So, what is this shape of the body known as? It is the streamlined body. The shape is such that the water can flow around it easily and allow the fish to move in water. The shape of the fish is such that the water can flow around it easily and allow the fish to move in water. The skeleton of the fish is covered with strong muscles. So how is the skeleton of the fish? It is made up of strong muscles. During swimming, muscles make the front part of the body curve to one side and the tail part swings towards the opposite side. This forms the curve. So, while swimming, the muscles make the front part of the fish body to curve on the one side and the tail part will swing towards the opposite side, and this will form the curve. You can also observe this in the image. The front part of the body will curve to one side and the tail will swing towards the opposite side. Then quickly the body and the tail curve to the other side. This makes a jerk and pushes the body forward. Then quickly the body and the tail will curve to the opposite side, and this will create a jerk and pushes the fish body in the forward direction. A series of such jerks makes the fish swims ahead. So a repeated series of jerks are observed, which makes the fish to swim ahead. This is helped by the fins of the tail. Fish also have the other fins on their body, which mainly help to keep the balance of the body and to keep the direction while swimming. So other fins are also present on the fish body, which helps the fishes to keep the balance of their body and to keep the direction while they are swimming. The underwater divers wear fin-like flippers on their feet to help them move easily in the water. So you might have observed the underwater divers also wear the flippers on their feet. Why? So that they can move easily in the water. Now let us study how do the snake move. Snakes have a long backbone. They have many thin muscles that are connected to each other even though they are far from each other. So how is the backbone of the snake? They have the long backbone, which contains many thin muscles which are connected to each other even though they are far from each other. Muscles also interconnect the backbone, ribs and the skin. So the muscles are interconnected with the backbone, ribs and the skin of the snake's body. The snake's body curves into many loops. Each loop of the snake gives it a forward push by pressing against the ground. So how is the snake's body? It is made up of many loops, and each loop of the snake gives it a forward push by pressing against the ground. Since its long body makes many loops and each loop gives the push, the snake moves forward very fast and not in a straight line. So why do the snake moves very fast and not in a straight line? Because its long body makes many loops and each loop gives the push. Therefore, the snake moves forward very fast. The snakes that have large number of loops move much faster than the snake that have the less number of loops. So now we have revised all the topics from this chapter. Now let us solve some of the questions. Question number 1 is, which part of the ear shown in the picture has the cartilage? So given is the picture of the ear. You have to tell which part of the ear has the cartilage. And the options are lower part of ear, upper part of ear, middle part of ear, or not present in any part of ear. So what is the correct answer? It is option B. Upper part of ear has the cartilage. Next question. A specialized organ of our body whose function is contraction by means of which change of shape or the movement of the body part is undertaken. So, what is that specialized organ of our body whose function is to contract and due to which the change of shape or the movement of the body part is undertaken? Options are muscle, cartilage, both of these or none of these. So what do you think is the correct answer? It is due to muscle. We can change the shape or the movement of the body. Third, the forward and the backward movement of our head is possible because of the presence of, we are able to move our head in forward and the backward direction. Because options are ball and socket joint where our neck joins the head, hinge joint where our neck joins the head, pivotal joint where our neck joins the head, and D, none of these. So what is the correct answer? It is option C, pivotal joint. It is due to the pivotal joint we are able to move in the head back in forward and the backward movement. Fourth, during swimming, fishes uses its muscle and they make the front part of its body curve to one side and tail part to the same side. Make the front part of its body curve to one side and the tail part to the opposite side. And make the whole body straight, or all of the above. It is option B. While swimming, the fish make the front part of its body curve to one side and the tail part to the opposite side. Question number 2. Write the type of joint which is used for each of the following movements. So, you have to tell which of the joint is responsible for the following movements. First is a cricketer bowler bowls the ball. So, while playing the cricket, the bowler bowls the ball. It is because of which joint? It is because of ball and socket joint. B. A girl moves the head in right and left direction. So, how is it possible for the girl to move the head in right and left direction? Which joint is responsible for this? Pivotal joint. C. A person lifts the weights to build up his biceps. So what do you think? Which joint is used? Hinge joint is used. Question number 3. Give one word. Bones that join with the chest bone at one end to the backbone at the other end. So which bone is joined with the chest bone at the one end and the backbone at the other end? It is the rib cage. Second, heart structure that forms the skeleton. So, what is that heart structure that forms the skeleton? It is the bone. And third, number of bones in human body. So, how many bones are present in the adult human body? It is 206 bones. So here we completed our chapter. I hope all the topics that we covered in this chapter are understood to you. We will end our session here.